addition to beneficiaries, also other participants can implement the project or otherwise be part of it. These include affiliated entities, associated partners, third parties giving in-kind contributions, subcontractors, and recipients of financial support to third parties, so-called cascade grants. Further details of third parties' involvement in Horizon Europe projects are addressed in a separate Horizon Academy course. The Model Grant Agreement requires that the beneficiaries establish contracts with those participants, including specific obligations as defined in Articles 8 and 9 of the Model Grant Agreement. Let's have a look more closely at these requirements, starting with contracts with affiliated entities. An affiliated entity is a participant with a legal or capital link to one of the beneficiaries, which can charge costs and implement tasks, despite not being a party to the grant agreement. Since their position is similar to that of the beneficiaries, Article 8 requires that the beneficiaries ensure all their obligations also apply to their affiliated entities. The most straightforward way to meet this requirement is to annex the grant agreement to the contract with the affiliated entity and include a provision that the affiliated entity accepts all the obligations of a beneficiary under the annexed grant agreement. Affiliated entities should also agree to allow the granting authority, OLAF and other bodies listed in Article 25, to carry out reviews, investigations, and exercise other rights under Article 25, also towards the affiliated entity. Associated partners are participants that implement assigned action tasks but cannot charge costs to the action. Beneficiaries can decide to make the associated partners a party to their consortium agreement or conclude a separate agreement, sometimes also referred to as the partnership agreement. The agreement must extend certain obligations of the beneficiaries also to the associated partners, such as following. Partnership agreements are also often concluded in MSCA and ERA fellowship projects, where there are two host institutions involved. The rules for those projects require that further obligations, apart from those listed above, are included. We will come back to those in Module 4. The next type of participants are third parties providing in-kind contributions to the action, such as personnel, equipment, other goods, works, and services. Those should be contractually bound by obligations related to reviews, audits, and investigations under Article 25. When subcontracting an action task, you must add the same obligation to the agreement concluded with the subcontractor as we have seen in the case of the associated partners. It is important to understand the definition of subcontracting under Horizon Europe rules. Subcontracting refers to contracts for goods, works, or services that constitute an action task. Those are normally broader in scope and cover the implementation of a part of the project. If a contract covers only supplying individual equipment or consumables that do not in themselves constitute an action task, this will be considered as a purchase, and the contract doesn't have to include these obligations. Similarly, if the project includes providing financial support to third parties, for example in form of mini-grants or prizes, the contract with the recipients of the support must include obligations similar to those already mentioned for associated partner or subcontractor.